Welcome back to another Trucking with Alan video. I am just leaving the yard. It's Sunday. It's currently 12:30. I've washed my tractor unit and I'm getting ready to run up to Scotland. So I need to be in Greenock at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So to the security guard. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that's where we're tipping our flat pack Costa. So all the new fixtures and fittings for either a refurbishment of the store or a new store at Greenock, right on the coast. It looks like it's in the retail part that's right next to the Clyde, or the Clyde estuary. Firth of the Clyde? I don't know. Anyway, that's where it is, and that's where we're going. Had a nice weekend. As you can see, I'm back in the Scania. Apparently it just needed one part fixing, so we shall see how we're doing. See how she goes, but they reckon they've fixed her. And there's my wife going past. Sneaking off to Asda, I bet. Sneaking off. Oh dear, well, the local heron burnt then. Okay, where's she going then? Ah, right, time to be nosy. In a bright yellow car. And if you didn't see, her number plate does say shoe, because like a lot of women, she has a unhealthy addiction with shoes. I nickname her the Amanda Melkus of Yorkshire. I wish she's going to Ascot. I'm going to give her a ring. I'll tell you what, let's give her a ring, shall we? See what she's up to. So, with that, I'll catch you all in a little while. Update, I'm on the A66 and I'm heading up towards Stainmore. It's only 11 degrees. It's looking like we got some serious roadworks going on for a little while. I haven't actually seen any sign how long they're going to be, but and also the other thing, I haven't actually seen them doing anything. We're on a 40 mile an hour average speed zone, so everyone's doing 35. You know, because you've got to allow for the inaccuracies of speedos and everything. So it's one of those things. And then people say, "Oh, that truck was up here. Oh, trucks must know when the cameras are off." No, it's just that trucks have a calibrated speedo. So our speedometer is usually very accurate, because it goes with the tachograph machine. They have to be calibrated every 2 years with a digital. So that's why you sometimes see trucks will move through roadworks slightly quicker than the cars, and it is literally because the truck has a more accurate speedometer, whereas most cars are between 5 and 3 miles an hour out. So you'll generally find that when your when your car says, or van says you're doing 40, you're actually doing about 37, anywhere between 35 and 37. So there's nothing in front of us for miles, and there's a van up there, and by God, I'm not going to get myself a speeding ticket. He's doing the right thing. Be interested to know what they're doing over here, because I ain't seeing no works happening. Still, gives me more time to enjoy the view. Anyway, got to Tannock side. Decided that's where I'm going to be stopping tonight. Ooh, catching this lot up a bit. Speed seems to be a bit up and down, up and down. Okay. Was that a llama? What is the difference between a llama and an alpaca? Because they all look the same to me. I thought they were a llama. Someone had told me it was an alpaca. But you can tell me what the difference is. Whack it in the comments below. Bit of interaction, bit of audience participation. I'm going to ask the audience. And I ain't doing 50-50. Anyway, it's enough of me waffling on. Enjoy the views. Catch you in a little while.
The next morning.
Morning, it's Monday morning. I am currently on the M8 at Glasgow, and for those who don't know, the M8 motorway literally runs right through the middle of the city. It will take a few hundred yards. Yeah, it's quite an interesting road. Some of the junctions are a bit funny on it, because there are junctions that emerge from your right hand side, like this one comes up here. You join it in the right hand lane rather than the left, but the junction appears to be closed at the moment. So we are on our way to Greenock. I stopped at Tannockside last night, where I normally stop. Parked up there. It was about 6:15. I think I got parked up in the end. Did some fettling on the truck, cleaned it, and wiped over. Tried to get rid of some of the forklift marks off the side panels. Because forklift drivers like to hit your truck for some reason. They can't use the brake pedal. They like to use the lorry to stop. So I had to go at the T-cut some of them. Most of them come off. There's a few stubborn ones that can't. But it's a 4.5-year-old truck, so it's going to have a few little marks here and there. This is another junction that goes off on the right-hand side. It looks like they're closing a lot of these. I don't know what they're... Oh yeah, they're reinforcing this bridge, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, they've had to reinforce this bridge. Pretty much it's falling down. You can see the yellow things there. They're bolting them together. I don't know if it's to stop movement or what, or to allow for movement, but yeah, they're having to do some remedial works to it. But I guess it was probably built in the 60s with poor quality concrete, like everything else in this country. The infrastructure's falling to bits. I say this country, this is Scotland, but in the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to report for this morning. So, once we're clear through Glasgow, we're about to go over the River Clyde, which is the river that runs through Glasgow. And we're going to be turning, well, we're just following the M8, to be honest. We're on the M8 now, and we're following this all the way out to Greenock. Past Glasgow Airport, and where we're going is right on the bank of the Clyde estuary. I don't know if they call it the Clyde estuary, but whatever they call it. Firth of the Clyde, Clyde of the Firth, I don't know. I'm sure some of you would tell me. I did have to chuckle at one of the comments. on the previous video. It's pronounced Salisbury, not Salisbury. Yeah, I was pronouncing it wrong. So thank you for that, Chief. But Salisbury, we'll say it properly from now on. I've always said Salisbury. I mean, well, I know it's Salisbury, I've been told, but for some reason I've always pronounced it Salisbury. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, hopefully back to normal videos. There will be a bit of a break in August because I go on a 2-week vacation with the family, so there'll be a couple of weeks of no videos, or no trucking related videos, but so there'll be no videos. I go on holiday, but I just say I just bung that other video out with the Moffat deliveries just to put a video out, but it wasn't very well received. No, I shall not bother again. I'll just have to have a break. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. Catch you all in a little while. Okay, right, I am in the right place. It is that building, I'll show you. Where's you going there? Right, I'm not parked in the best of positions because I'm parked opposite a junction. However, it's easier for me to operate the forklift there. It's quite quiet because it is only 7 o'clock in the morning. But there's where we're going. I've got to bring them up here, up this road, and then we're getting the compound open. Sounds like someone's trying to nick something. That the alarm's gone off. So that used to be the Taco Bell. But bringing them round here, I could park in here, but there's not a lot of room to work with the forklift. Just fetching them in here. Oh, someone brought KFC. Right, I'm going to get this done. I'll catch you in a bit. Just spoke to the bloke. He went, YouTube? I went, yeah. He went, ah, you're Alan. Yes. Anyway, so that's where I'm going to unload. It is a fairly quiet road, so I should be alright rather than doing that. And now my phone's ringing, so I'll catch you in a bit.
2 days later.
Right, good morning. Wednesday morning. Absolutely nothing for Tuesday. I do apologise. You may have seen from my shorts, my truck's broken again, and I am now in a hire truck. The issue that it was in for last Friday, that was supposedly fixed, reared its ugly head again. Now, it drove faultlessly Sunday. Monday, I did my delivery, as you saw, at Greenock. Then, driving out of Greenock and heading south, it went bang. It stalled on me, engine malfunction, gearbox malfunction. Come on. So we took it to Scania at Glasgow. Now, you may have seen from my shorts, they got onto it, did a hell of a lot of stuff to it, so on and so forth. Thought they fixed it, kept road testing it, issue kept reoccurring all the time. That was up till about 10 o'clock Monday night. I ended up sleeping back in the truck at Scania at Renfrew, Glasgow. 7 o'clock in the morning again, took it, they started work on it again. They got the top technical guy in there. There's been phone calls to Sweden. They got them stumped. They've replaced parts, everything they can, and still doing it. So now, when I left it yesterday, the gearbox was back out of it. It's not gearbox related, it's definitely clutch related. But they've put all new clutch plates. Well, it's had a new clutch plate when they had the engine rebuilt, but they've put all new bits and stuff on it, and still not done it. So now what they're looking at, if you know your engines, they're looking at the flywheel. Said the flywheel's got any end float. The flywheel's got end float, which means it's got a crank problem. Well, that's a new engine that was installed by Sheffield Scania about 6 weeks ago, maybe 7. Yeah, so it's not looking good. So she's up in Glasgow having surgery, major surgery, and I'm just leaving the yard in a hire truck, and I'm heading to Glasgow, but not to pick my truck up. I've got an IKEA job at Glasgow, which is Tills. That's for 9 o'clock tonight. So we're heading up there. We have actually got a delivery to do on the way up. We're going to a quarry, Green Oak Hill Quarry, which I've been before. We're going to Border Aggregates, but you have to go through the quarry, past the landfill site. Oh, yeah, it's fun. I'll bring you lot along for the ride for that one, but it is fun. It's absolutely fun, that one. So yeah, that's my update. That's why there's been no content for Tuesday, because literally what I did was sit at Scania and then give me this hire truck, and I've driven straight back to Doncaster. I got back to Doncaster at 10 o'clock last night. Literally abandoned my truck. I've come in this morning, it's all been loaded and everything for me, which is nice. The night driver sorted all that out, and then yeah, back up to Scotland. So another night in Glasgow. That'll be 3 nights this week I've spent in Glasgow, and scrap tills tonight out of IKEA. Yeah, so we're going to get this first delivery done. Going to get there about 1:30. Then I've got to sit around till 9 o'clock. All good fun. Anyway, that's enough of me update, really. This truck I'm in is another S. It's another Scania S. It's an S500. It's just like mine, really, apart from the dashboard's different, the radio's different. But the first thing I checked, it's got a microwave and a fridge. I didn't check it had a microwave, so I can have my thing. Otherwise, I was going to be back to cooking on fire again. Right. Anyway, it's enough of me waffling on. That's my update. I'm going to try and get some footage over the next couple of days, try and fill this vlog out. But it is what it is. Like I say, you may have seen from my shorts that I did. well, for you it'll be last week, but Monday and Tuesday of this vlog. But last week, because you got to remember these are a week behind. Yeah, that I were in Scania. So anyway, I'll catch you all in a little while. Right, you join me. I am just on the outskirts of Glasgow, near Mount Vernon, something like that. We're about to go into the quarry. Not the one that this tipper truck's going into. I don't think we're going that way. No, we don't. Or maybe I should have done. I don't know. Go down there where the Arctic's going behind the wall. That's where we're going. I have been here before. It's a bit of an interesting place to get in and out of. That's all I'm going to say. So it should make good front viewing for you. In fact, it is down there. I go in. I think I went in that one. So we're going to be turning left in a minute. What's going on? Someone got stuck on that bridge. What's going on here? Mount Vernon. That's where we are. That's the name of the train station. To go up into the quarry. Then we're actually going to drive under the M74. What's going on here? Are you going in there? Are you going in there? We'll let him in there, Mr. Lanarkshire Council. Make sure there's no cyclist on the lane. I didn't see one. Yeah, it is good fun. I don't need to go on the weighbridge or anything. I can just make my way straight up into the quarry. First ever time I went straight on here, ended up in the wrong place. No one for that. Well, last time I didn't have to go over the weighbridge. Green Oak Hill. Where I'm going. I think that's the way out. I don't think I'm allowed down that side. I've got a secret suspicion I might have to go over the weighbridge actually. Just tell them of my presence. I don't like going over the weighbridge with a moffy on. Yeah, good job I didn't go down the other way, wasn't it? So, like I say, we're about to head into the quarry and make our way over. Right, once I get weighed in, I'll get back to you. Otherwise you're going to be sat here for ages. See you in a sec. Okay, no need to weigh in, but just tell him I'm going to border agri. He's like, do you know how to get there? I'm like, yeah, the last time I come in with the hawk, he just laughed. Up there, up the hill, second left. And we'll make our way up there. Birds enjoying the puddles. They're jackdaws. I think they are jackdaws. They are jackdaws. Now we're going to make our way all through the landfill site and the quarry. Okay, got a bit of a queue. You see, I don't want to go up there. No, I can. I would say I could bypass them, but there's trucks everywhere. These guys are, bloody hell. We're on a mission, these boys. I want to try and get around these. Am I going to get shot for going around them? Hopefully not. One thing I will say, I'm glad I'm not in my truck because it would be filthy dirty. Border aggregates turn right. There we go. Well, they've put some signs up. Last time I was here, there were no signs. Well, that I didn't see them because it was dark. HGV passing place. It's not down here. It's up here. If I remember correctly. Yeah, where that border aggregates lorry's coming out of. That'll be a good clue. Oh shit. I want to go in there. I'll go that way. Oh, is he going backwards? Oh, he is. Thank you. At least I know I'm going the right way this time.
You got the borders here?
Yeah, I've got some empty bags for them. The bags you got on the back there, I've got the empty ones.
You've just gone for the tea.
Oh, are they?
You'll be on the tea for half an hour.
Oh, never mind, it's paid by the hour. Cheers, buddy. Right, well, all that stuff that's on the back of that lorry, the bags, that's what I'm delivering. Just empty. Yeah, last time I come here, it was pitch black. Trying to find your way around here. It's a nightmare. This is actually a landfill site off to my left where they've dug it out. That was a landfill site on the right, but obviously they've landscaped it. Are these gas or water collection pipes? I think they're water. I don't know. Someone can tell me in the comments. There's something to do with the way it decomposes. I know they do catch the gas and burn it. Perhaps the green ones are gas. I'm sure one of you clever people out there on the World Wide Web will tell me what they are. Because a lot of these places now usually have like gas burning electricity generations plants. Yeah, not the best road in the world. And there's the M74. Border aggregates turn right. The first time I come here, I was never sure about this bridge because there's no height on it. Absolutely no height on this bridge. So I'm like, oh my god. Now, people say, well, it should be 5 metres, but don't forget this is private land. So does it have to be 5 metres? It should be. Yeah, I come here with a 4.5 metre and I was like, oh my god. Seemingly they've gone on their tea break for half hour. That's late, isn't it? 1:45, 1:45. Even, I can't even tell the time. You thought they'd have had their lunch by now. And here we are. Border aggregates. Alright, that'll be a case of sit and wait. I'm sure this is not doing the Moffat any favours. I did wash the Moffat last night. We haven't spun out yet. I should really put some PPE on. Where is everybody? They're all out. Last one driver wanted. Bit too far to come though. Ah, there's the office. Look to being turned away. Excuse me chaps, I know you're on your break, but I've got empty bulk bags for you. Shall I just pull round there and wait for you? Cheers matey. He really didn't want to talk to me. Well, I suppose I am interrupting their well-deserved Facebook time. Just pull round here. I can get it all unstrapped. And then I'm gonna have to go to Scania. Not because of the truck, I've left some paperwork in the other lorry, so I need to be able to see if I can retrieve it. There isn't a great deal of room in this bloody place, especially as I've got Moffat on. And it's dusty, very dusty. I don't know if they've got any dust suppression, which is probably a bonus, because otherwise it will just be slapped all up the wagon and my feet. Right, I'm going to get this tipped, so I need to knock my straps off. I've only got 2 straps to knock off, and it's only 4 lifts, so catch you in a bit. Right, forgive the noise of the aircon, because it's warm, but we are tipped. So let's get out of here. Oh, give it a bit too much energy to pull away. Don't knock any bags over. Right, now I am done now until 9 o'clock tonight. Yeah. Where I'm going to be at IKEA. I'll be spending the evening on their car park. And then driving back down tomorrow. So I'm going to head to Scania, where my truck is, because I need to get some paperwork out of it that I've left in there. So I'll leave you with the front view of getting out of here. Hopefully we ain't going to meet anything coming down here. Fingers crossed. It's Thursday morning. You currently join me on the A66. I'm heading south. Still in the hire truck. I actually went to see my truck yesterday. Somebody goes, "Why are you going to see it?" I had to get some paperwork out of it. Terminal. New engine is kaput. Right, so for the mechanically minded, let's go. So the crank, so they did everything with the clutch and everything, and it was still having the problem. So the mechanic has taken the sump and everything off to check the crank. The crank is suffering from end float. So you can imagine the crank in the bottom of the engine where the com rods and the pistons join, it goes up and down, turns it into a circular motion, sticks the drive out to the flywheel. The flywheel's moving and the whole crank, it's at 20 millimeters, so nearly 2 centimeters of movement in the crank. He also showed me the thrust washers that were no longer very round, they were very mangled and bent. So it suffered with catastrophic engine failure on the bottom end, which is why it was throwing up the gearbox fault, because the computer was saying, well, hang on a minute, why is it, and the clutch were meeting, basically the flywheel were moving to the clutch as well as the clutch moving towards the flywheel, so they were meeting too early, which is why it came up with a gearbox malfunction and engine malfunction and everything that came on. So yeah, it had a problem. So Sheffield have replaced what the computer told them to, and then when I've took it into Glasgow, as I say, it drove absolutely faultlessly Sunday. When I brought it back Friday night from Sheffield. I thought, well, it feels a bit strange, but they replaced a new part on it, you know, but it was driving fine, changing gear. You know, there were a couple of times where it was it snatched. But I thought, well, it's got a bed in, whatever. So then suddenly drove it up to Scotland, not a problem. Monday morning, after my delivery, it just boom. So yeah, they showed me yesterday. I wish I'd had my camera and it actually showed you in the bottom of the crank, but I didn't actually think about it at the time. Or trying to retrieve my paperwork that I left in there. So I'm going to be in a hire truck for at least a couple of weeks. They've said the earliest they can have it back to us is next week, which is a result because next Friday I've got a late job. But I've been asked to do a late job next Friday into yeah, ITAB. It's the ITAB. It's IKEA again that I've done last night. So yeah, I do apologise that this vlog's been a bit not been very interesting. Some of you may have seen me shorts, but yeah, it's not been very interesting because I've literally just driven backwards and forwards to Scotland. So that being said, I'm on my way to Hardwicks, to the scrap metal place. I've got 6 tills on. I was going to film last night and then I realised, or yesterday evening, I've left my mag mount for my GoPro in my other lorry, or in my lorry. So I haven't got a mag mount, so I couldn't mount the GoPro on the Moffat. So yeah, that's just an update really what's going on. So really I'll just update you when I get closer to Hardwicks at Barnsley. We get these tills removed. Oh hum. But yeah, that's a new block and it's had a catastrophic engine failure, which doesn't bode well. And the big boss, the owner of the company, is back today from his hollybobs. So he'll no doubt the fleet manager will let him know the bad news on my lorry. But luckily, it's under R&M still. So I would say this is on Scania. Well, I will say it's on Scania. Yeah, to have the bottom end fail like that. Right. Anyway, it's in good hands with the lads at Glasgow. Really nice group of guys. The whole lot of Glasgow just seemed a lot friendlier. I'm not saying Sheffield are bad, but trying to get information out of them can sometimes be like blood out of a stone, you know. It's like they don't really want to tell you what's happened, what's done, what's changed, blah blah. Whereas these guys took all the time to explain it. I say, he took me under the lorry yesterday. It was up on the lifts and showed me the actual travel in the crank. And I was just like, I've never seen one do that. Yeah, that's my little update really. So yeah, I'm sorry if this vlog's a bit boring this week, but it can't be helped. Did get some walking mileage in though. I've walked so far this week nearly 18 miles. So I did 7 on Monday. I did 5 Tuesday. In the end, because I did about another mile and a bit. And then I've done 6 yesterday whilst waiting to do my job at IKEA. It's a lovely walk up down that Clyde in the nice weather. And the 2 ships that I saw, one of them's HMS Glasgow. The the other one didn't have a name or anything on it. I couldn't see a plaque or anything on it saying which it was, but yeah, it was HMS Glasgow was one of them. So the new HMS Glasgow, so she's been built in a home city, so she'll be affiliated with the city as well. Anyway, right, it's enough of me waffling on. I'll catch you all in a little while. Right, we are at Colton Industrial Estate, so we're not far from Shore Lane, Hardwicks. Had an absolute storming run, no hold ups whatsoever. Obviously I had to stop for a break because I started in Renfrew, I can't say it, but near Glasgow Airport, started there, so there was no way I was going to do it in my 4.5 hours, so I stopped to have a break. And let's get this tipped. Let's see how well it goes. And we're going to find out what we're doing afterwards. I don't know what we're going to be doing, whether we're taking this trailer back to the yard or what. Who knows? Fingers crossed they find me something they could disappear with, but I prefer being off down the road. It's Friday tomorrow. Got an early bath. Dentist, me and the kids. The torture chamber is the dentist chair. Always had a phobia of the old dentist, I must admit. But, I'm probably not the best at looking after my teeth. I do brush them every day, and I've got one of those electric toothbrushes, but they always seem to find something to try and extort more money out of you for. But luckily enough, I'm on an NHS dentist, so I can't afford to miss any appointments. Funny how they can always reschedule when they want, and then you miss an appointment, you get struck off. That's a whole different kettle of fish. Turn left here. Make our way down to Hardwicks. Boys, actually, it says width limit half a mile down here. But, the industrial estate down here goes down further, so I never get it. But I know we're not supposed to go through the other village, the other end of this road. They do complain about the lorries going through there. I've never been through there. I know one of our drivers had, and one of the residents phoned up and complained that he'd gone that way. You can imagine he got a phone call saying, you know, you're not supposed to go that way. Please don't do it again. It always amazes me the amount of rubbish abandoned around places like this. People are doing dodgy rubbish collections. Oh, I really don't like coming in here, I really don't. It's not so much going into Hardwicks, it's the going across the road to the Weybridge, because if there's some badly parked cars, which there isn't, oh no, there is one parked, right where it says no parking. Oh no, there's a wagon in, so I'm not going to get spun round there. Oh, it's one of their lorries. So I'll have to drive round, I think, to turn round. So sometimes we have to drive around the building. I'm in the gate. Where am I going to stop? There's trouble in here, there's nowhere to stop. Can I get round? I don't know. I'll have to wait till someone tells me, because I'm liable to make the wrong decision and get told off. Tell you what, we'll head up to the scrapyard actually, because I ain't turning around here, not with their lorry parked there. I don't know if I'll get turned round. I need to turn round. Means they ain't got a weighbridge in here big enough for an articulated lorry. That's the problem. Yeah, I ain't getting spun round in here. Wow, that's a big scrap pile. I think I'm gonna have to go around the block. Can I get round? That's the next thing. Can I get round? I don't know if I'm gonna. They recycle buses. That's all I'm going to say. it's a bit full. Not a lot of room in here today, is there? Oh, mind the arm of that bloody cherry picker thing. You alright, buddy? What's the owner? Apparently does a lot for charity. But they also build recovery trucks here. Right, I'm going to get this weighed in and then we'll see where we're going. So many old buses here. Right, catch you in a bit.
The next day.
Good morning, Friday morning. You're joining me at Screwfix at Runkle. What's this lad doing? I don't think he's at the right place. It's a foreigner. I do believe it's one of our Warburers friends. But yeah, you're joining me at Screwfix at Runkle, where I'm about to book in. Switch it off. Morning, how you doing? Yeah, not too bad. It is a delivery for you. It's 8 AM. It's probably down as ICI. It's from Axel Noble.
No.
Axel Noble. You might have it down as ICI. Well, it's paint. So it could be down as ICI paint, yeah. Yeah. They haven't been called ICI for about 20 years, but they still book in as ICI paints, you know. But yeah.
And it's 26 pallets, yeah?
It's full, yeah, I believe so. I didn't count the pallets, but you know. JMS 059.
And reg
SK21 CJO.
And your name?
Alan.
Thank you very much. Have you been before?
Yes.
So you know where to park.
So round there, park over there, wander over there, then they'll tell me a bay. Right. Good gin's there, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Well, you know what I bought? Paint from ICI. Oh, it's the rainbow truck for Wincanton. Be proud of who you are. Yes, we're very proud of who we are. Won't start on the political views, because this is not what this channel is about. We encourage everyone to enjoy. I'm sure some of the knuckle draggers will disagree, but inclusive of everyone. So I've got to park over here and then go and book in with Goods In, and they will tell me a bay. So yesterday all I literally did was do that Hardwicks. I did 2 local collections, took them back to the yard, and then drove to Gaul. That's it. Left this trailer on the bay in Gaul. It's been loaded overnight. I picked it up this morning and we've come here. So yeah, nothing too major. But oh, something in my shoe. Oh, it's the shoelace. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so nothing too major. You haven't missed out on much, but like I say, this blog isn't going to be my best work, but it is what it is this week. Unfortunately, due to what's happened, unforeseen circumstances. Right, I'm going to go spit the goods in. Talk to you in a sec. Right, we're straight on a bay 7. We're booked in at 8. It's now 5:02. And my phone's ringing, so they can nanas while I'm I'm swearing while I'm reversing. I don't know about anyone else that does this job, but I'm always paranoid when I'm reversing between two trucks. Because obviously you can't see down the left hand side of the vehicle. I'm always worried I'm going to hit something. A good look. We overcooked this, to be fair. I've been driving these things for coming up for nearly 10 years. Obviously not full time, but full time for, well, been with JMS 5 years and a month nearly now. I still get paranoid. I don't know if it's overcautious. Last thing I want to do is damage. I lose my bonus. I have to get very upset drivers of other companies because, you know, they take pride on what they're doing. Straighten it up a bit. Because this is a Moffat trailer, you've got two plates that sit out at the back that the wheels of the Moffat sit on. But if you don't get them right, you risk running them down the, scraping them down the bananas, damaging them. So just take a shunt and get it right. That's it. Don't want to damage. I was a bit cheeky. I just whipped the Moffat off yesterday because I thought I wanted a decent trailer, to be honest. Get her on the bay. Now I can take the keys in. Gently docking, gently docking. Windows up. Right, we docked. I will catch you all in a little while. Oh, tip Runcorn. I'm heading back towards Doncaster. And I've got a ring when I get near Normington. I shall ring near the M1 split. It was on the bay an hour and 5 minutes, so you can't really grumble at that, to be honest. That was quite good. Let's get out of here. Let's head back to Yorkshire and see what we're doing today. Very pleasant going, the front gate and the gatehouse. What were we bloody called then? Right, let's get out of here. Catch you in a bit.